And to make another note, breaking, and it always has been, but for some people more than others, breaking can be a lifestyle. And now more than ever it is a lifestyle. The travel,
100%,
the competitions, the amount of work, effort, focus that people put into practicing to get ready for these competitions, like it's how you spend your time and how you spend your life at that point. So if somebody doesn't understand or isn't down with that, you're gonna be spending your time with people that are not the person you're dating if they're not there with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you're really in that grind, in that breaking grind, like I can see how it could be one of those things where you need somebody that understands what you're doing or is at least related to what you're doing to.
So would you kind of frame that as a pro or a con? That kind of lands on both.
It depends on how deep, because it's one of those things where if you're together with them all the time, you could have that bond, boom bop, right? They understand, they're there with you. You're spending all that time. So I would probably more put it as a pro if they're a dancer with you. And if they're not a dancer with you, you got to find ways to come together more. So, I'm just saying there's pros and cons. It's a beautiful thing to discuss. And we got some people out there that really know what it's like. So
yeah, that's true. So kind of as the last question, but this one might kind of rub a lot of people the wrong way. So typically, in a general sense, in relationships, what's being said out there is that women date up and men date down. But in breaking, there's not a lot of dating up or down. Everyone's kind of broke. So how does it work? How does this work? How do y'all make this work?
Hey, that man asking real questions.
If we're all broke, can I actually date down? Or can I actually date up? In a general sense, if you're going to date up or down.
Look, we all look broke when we walk into the circle. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that dating up and dating down stuff is different.
But do you think that's true? Do you think dating up or down is true?
In the general sense?
Yeah, in the general sense.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
What's crazy is I think it's very possible to date up as a man in the freaking community. Whether or not it hurt your ego.
What's the percentage? I need to know the percentage.
To be honest,
how many percentage of men date up versus date down?
So if we talk about general relationships, I'm gonna just say nah. But I'm talking about in terms of breaking reputation.
No, I'm just saying. Not breaking reputation.
Okay.
I mean,
because I was like, hey,
as an individual B girl who's doing her own thing versus an individual B boy. Like whatever they got going on in life and whatever's going on with them, all the opportunities they have. How many people are actually dating up and dating down?
That's probably a low number. I ain't gonna lie. That's probably a low number.
For the guy, for girls going to guys, or guys going to girls?
Guy going to girls. Like there's.
So you think more guys are dating up?
Continue to date down.
Oh, they're dating down.
Yeah.
I mean,
what are your thoughts on it?
Let me think.
I don't think there's a difference or a deviation.
I need time to think. That
man said he can think. Look, I don't think there's a big difference between the general and when it comes to the break community.
I think more guys date up. I think we have more sugar mamas in the scene that we have.
So what you're saying is some of these breakers got some riz, is what you're saying.
I'm saying some of these breakers got some sauce.
Some sauce.
And some riz. But I mean, honestly, even from like a general perspective, I've seen, everyone I know, typically, I wouldn't say everyone, but in most cases, a lot of women, they're doing a lot better than their boyfriends or their guy counterpart.
Okay. Yeah.
At least financially.
Yeah.
Financially.
There's a few I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I were to break down the numbers, like in terms of like percentages, I'd probably break it like I probably do somewhere between the lines of 60 to 70% of men date up. And that is a real number. I can't lie.
Take it for what it is. This man just pulled a number out his A. All right. So
that's a real number.
Hey, that's a sweet pea certified. That's a sweet pea certified.
Stamped and sealed. But yeah, I mean,
there are some examples now that you pointed out. I think there are some examples.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the women in the scene, they pull a lot of like what's going on. Like the amount of women in the scene that are actually like really solid. I think there's just a lot of them. But I mean, just kind of like going away from that. But in terms of just like regular people who are just dating in the scene, I think women typically are doing better than the male counterpart. But I mean, that could change, like depending on what stat you're looking at. Because I'm only speaking on the perspective of them doing better financially.
Yes. You're talking about big girls in the community being better off financially. I would probably agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got pie!